Why would you buy in a gated community? Security, privacy, wider streets, status maybe. These might be a few reasons, but in the Boise area, gated communities aren't really that common. In fact, I'll expand that to say that in the Treasure Valley, they aren't that common. But if you have gated communities where you live now, when you shop for homes in Idaho, you'll ask about them. So I'll share with you some information you may want to know about gated neighborhoods here in the Boise area and the Treasure Valley, and some locations of where to find them. So let's start with the fact that gated communities are not all created equal. Some have gates to create an illusion of security, whereas some have gates to keep private amenities private. It's worth noting that in Boise, you won't find neighborhoods with guard gates like you might find in Malibu or Las Vegas. Oftentimes, you will have a larger subdivision with multiple phases, and one phase within that subdivision will have gates. Whether that was a developer choice at the onset of that community or whether there was some other environmental consideration which caused the addition of a gated section, that all depends on where the gated community is located. A few things that make gated areas different than non-gated areas. Often subdivision roads that are behind gates are considered private. Access may be restricted to residents and their guests. But it's not as simple as a road simply being called private. Here in the Treasure Valley, private street signs will be blue instead of green. That means that the homeowners on those private roads are now responsible for the maintenance of that road. It is not the responsibility of the municipality or the city. This may not seem like a big deal, but when it comes time to replace a $40,000 road and there are only 60 homes to which to divide that cost, you'll find that special assessment notice of $600 or $700 or $800 in your mail. For those that are new here, hi, my name is Erica Toffel, Global Real Estate Advisor with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I specialize in helping you relocate to Boise, Idaho, or any of its surrounding cities. If you need help with any of your real estate needs, gated or not gated, reach out. My information is on the screen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. And if you're watching on your TV, scan the QR code on your screen to reach out to me directly. And leave a comment below. Do you have gated communities where you are? I love engaging with you. But before I get into where you might find some of these gated communities in the Treasure Valley, let's head back inside. It's cold out here. Now that we are back inside where it's warmer, let's talk a little bit more in depth about where you might find some of these gated neighborhoods. As I mentioned before, you often have larger communities with multiple phases, and one of the phases will be gated. A few such examples in Boise might be Wood Duck Island, found in southeast Boise, where you'll find gated streets within a larger community. What's the difference between the homes behind the gates and those not behind the gates? Price may be the only difference. Often the gated sections are more expensive because of the perceived premium benefits of living behind those gates. But surprisingly, it may come with no other exclusive benefits. Yes, you heard that right. You may be paying more to be within the gated community, but actually have to go outside of your gate to take advantage of community amenities. I know of several neighborhoods across the valley where the pool, the clubhouse, the tennis courts are all part of the larger master plan community, and the gated section shares those amenities with the non-gated residents. One common feature you will find in a gated neighborhood across the Treasure Valley, though, is their accessibility to the Boise River. It doesn't mean it's exclusive to the gated neighborhood, but there may be direct access from the yard to the banks of the river, and that's pretty cool. Another such example would be the woods at Riverside Village, a subdivision that is technically in Garden City, although many will call it Boise, where large homes behind gates are priced over $2 million. But Riverside Village has multiple gated phases where values can vary, but you are still looking at over $1 million. But of course, there are communities where amenities behind the gate may be elevated or at least private. Island at River Run is one example where residents have access to private tennis courts, pool, private greenbelt access, walking trails, all within their neighborhood. It's not surprising to find those homes valued at $2 million or more. You'll also find pocket neighborhoods with maybe 10 or 12 homes on a cul-de-sac, and gates were put in to make it a private gated community. Again, there is no other distinguishing features other than the gates that you'll need to pass through to access your home. I know one community in the foothills of Boise with only 3 homes behind its privacy gates. If the gated section you are moving into is part of a larger master plan community, It's worth noting that you may have two HOAs, one for the master association and then a sub-association specific to the homes behind the gates. These associations will often assess you separately, so be prepared for two bills. Let me mention one other type of gated community you will find scattered across the valley, and that is the 55+ community. We have quite a few of these communities throughout the Treasure Valley, but when I say they're gated, that may be all some have. These communities are not large, but you will see them sometimes tucked into the most random of neighborhoods. Newer 55+ neighborhoods, whether it's in Boise or Meridian or Kuna, will have exclusive amenities for its members, like a member-only pool and clubhouse. But whichever type you're looking for, they're typically very affordable. I only focused on Boise gated communities for the purpose of this video, but you'll also find gated neighborhoods in Eagle and Meridian, Star, Nampa. The Two Rivers and Laguna Point gated neighborhoods in Eagle are two of the most expensive gated neighborhoods in all of the Treasure Valley, where it's not uncommon for homes to be valued at $4 or $6 million. Eagle also has gated neighborhoods with more reasonable price tags. So if you just like the idea of living behind gates, you're in luck. You can find an 1,800 square foot home in Riverstone in Eagle for under $600,000. There you'll have access to resort style pool amenities, pool, clubhouse, gym. Boise is not known for its exclusive gated neighborhoods. If you're moving here, I'm sure there are other driving forces, but if gated is what you are looking for specifically, then I am sure the Treasure Valley has something to suit your needs. For more videos about relocating to Boise, Idaho, and real estate tips in general, make sure to check out one of the other videos on the screen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.